what has been mentioned in the Vedas today. After this wonderful activity, the daily duty of all human beings, which is Agnihotra. Before going ahead for any discussion, we'll just see our physical and mental state. I'll chant one mantra and we'll formally do some discussion. Namaste to all and welcome to Vedic Vidya Kendra. We are very happy that we are starting a Tamil workshop in this Vedic Vidya Kendra. So why not to start with something which is very important for our life. We all know that we are imperfect. At the same time, we need happy state of our being. But the issue, the problem comes when we expect with those who are imperfect around us that happiness which is not permanent in them as well. Am I right? That is the issue with all of us. The one who has happiness, and that too is permanent, can give us that permanent happiness which is known as bliss. And we all want to experience that blissful state. But unfortunately, very few moments we stay in that state. And why it is so? Because there is a lack of understanding, there is an ignorance on the level of knowledge. If our knowledge is correct, then the action will be correct. And then we can connect to the right people for right things and right results will come. So we all need to understand that we need to choose the right things in life, first of all. If we are looking for the happiness, then we must look somebody who is permanently happy, who is permanently in that bliss state. And that is only one, we all know. Who is that? The Divine, who is perfect. But we believe what we see. Whatever we see in this physical level, we see we can gain that happiness from our people who are around. Sometimes when we are small, we think that permanent thing will come from our parents. Then we grow, we develop the relationships, we think it will come from our friends. We get married, we think it will come from our partners. We get kids, we think that will come from our kids, and so on and so far. But this attitude will not change. So what yoga says, what the Shastra says, the most important to develop the yogic attitude in life. So what is that yogic attitude? Leading a life which is full of devotion, full of surrendering attitude towards that perfect, and that is divine. That is the most important thing for all of us. Sometimes we talk about spirituality. And whenever this word comes, people who sit for a long period of a time, do meditation, we think the most spiritual people. It can be correct if they have really attained that life, but if we do dhyana every day, but we are not feeling that connection, that union with the divine during our practice, and we are not seeing any change in our behavior, that attitude is not becoming a yogic attitude, then we are lacking somewhere. That is the most important to understand. So when we say about meditation, Tirunakar Suji said, I really want, because he is a coordinator for this entire workshop, he said, I really want you to talk about meditation. So meditation is not a one term. They are the steps behind. They are the parts behind which can lead in that state where we can experience what is dhyana, what is meditation. That is the most important. Maybe we are from that culture where we have a practice at our home, where we sit for some time and we say we meditate. But my question is, when we sit, do we really feel that state of bliss? How many of you do meditation? Okay, now the second question is, do you really feel that state of bliss? That ananda, into that entire sequence, for how many minutes, I don't know, whatever the time you are spending, during that time, do you really feel that state? Or you struggle controlling your thoughts? Or you are juggling with the thoughts and trying to take out some solutions of your problems which you are facing during the day? So just closing your eyes will not give you that state which is actually should come in meditation. So what Maharishi Patanjali, one of the finest scholars who talked about the Yoga Sutras, where he said about the Ashtanga Yoga, and he said about the 8 limbs, 8 parts of the yoga. What are those, brahmacharis? What are the 8 limbs? Yama? So we have heard the 8 limbs of the yoga. Now the meditation is the 7th state. If it is a 7th state, the one we have discussed, the 6 stages, we must know what are those. The very first talk about the do and don'ts, what are supposed to be done, what we are not supposed to be done, which is the yama and the niyama, which we will discuss later, which are the very important things which we follow in our life. But seeing that, are we following the way it is being mentioned in the Vedic text? When I say Vedic text, means the manual given by the divine. Now, I want to reach to that perfect being. If I have to reach to that perfect being, to attain that peaceful state, that bliss state, I must follow whatever he is telling. So the Vedas are basically the manuals which are teaching what is right and what is wrong. Correct? So these are the manuals. But actually, we don't read the manuals. And when we stuck in our life, like when we operate any machine, and we stuck, just like this one machine, the mobile, and we feel we have stuck somewhere, what we will do, we'll tell somebody else to Google it and see how to come out from this problem. So, we really have to go to that manual, maybe today or initial days of our life. That is the required thing for all of us. The same with this yogic thing. If we really want to attain that happy state, the permanent state of happiness, which is called bliss, that can happen when we connect to the divine. And we can connect to the divine only when we will follow what he is saying, right? For example, if I have to develop a healthy relationship with my parents, so I have to follow what they are saying. Yes or no? In any relationship, if we do not follow what is required to be followed, then what will happen? That relationship will not sustain. It will not go more longer, right? So there should be a good chemistry in between. So if we follow what divine has given to us, then we can understand what yoga is and what the Vedic life is. So when we talk about this meditation, we must understand the yamas, niyamas, then asana, then pranayama, then pratyahara, and then dharana. Then only we will be able to stay in the state of the dhyana. If I just tell you, okay, let's sit for some time, okay, we'll do meditation now. That we will also do now itself. But doing on your own and doing when somebody is saying that is a guided meditation is different, because if you follow those attitudes throughout your day, it will be very easy. You know, children who are studying, or we all were, when we were studying throughout the year, when the exam will come, will fear come to us? If we really study properly every day, when the exam will come, will the emotion will go in the state of fear? No. Okay, it's a part of my life. Yeah, it's a different state. Definitely I need some preparations, but that state of anxiety will not come. If we have not done our duties well, we have not done the homeworks well, class works well, when the exam will come, the state is full of anxious state, full of stress we are in. And that's what is happening when we say we are doing meditation. We just sit there, we don't know what to do, we don't know what the Vedas is saying for this, we don't know what the rishis are telling about that, and we'll just sit and we are just wondering with the thoughts, and we are just trying to take out some day-to-day solutions. Yes or no? That's what we do. And we enjoy that, because when we are in silence, we are not connecting with the outer world. So whatever is happening inside, struggling with the thoughts throughout the day, not gotten enough time, sitting with your own self is even a very peaceful state. Understanding your own thoughts and trying to take out the solution, whatever you have understood through whatever the means you got it in throughout the day. But that is not the state of meditation. That work we have to do throughout the day, that is called nididhyasana. That is what? Nididhyasana. You really need to look within yourself, understand whatever the knowledge have been delivered, whatever you have followed through the Shravana, you have to do manana as well. You really need to introspect what the person spoke. And then you have to go to the nididhyasana, the state, where you need to understand whether it is correct or not. That can happen when you actually go to the Vedas, the Vedic knowledge, and going towards the state of result. And from that result, when we sit in the meditation, we will actually can connect to the divine. We can actually experience that state. So what Maharishi Patanjali says about the dhyana? Tatra pratyaya ekatanata dhyanam. When there is a one thing which we are taking in throughout the meditative state, that is called dhyana. If we thought, okay, today we take the quality of the divine, which is Satchidananda, and if we move from that Satchidananda towards the Nyayakari, or maybe Ajanma, maybe Ananta, that is not the dhyana again. The one object or the one quality of the divine, if we take that and we'll stay with that throughout our entire state, that is the dhyana. We have been listening this word since very childhood. I don't know about the Tamil, but Hindi, it was always like that. The parents were saying, dhyan se padho, dhyan se khao, dhyan se ye karo. For everything, the word being used is dhyana. Means whatever the activity you are doing, you should just do that activity. No other thought should come beyond this. If it is coming, then that is not a dhyana. But here, what we are talking, that dhyana, which is actually the ultimate of our life, the ultimate self-realization state in which we have to understand the purpose of our soul, the union towards the divine with the soul is the ultimate purpose of it. So that is very important to understand. So we must experience the dhyana. I have not thoroughly gone with this schedule. If we have in the evening, we must practice from 6:20 to 7 o'clock in the evening, which we all do together in the meditation hall. What exactly that state of meditation? So here, when I will speak tomorrow also on this, you must understand what that meditation is. And I think little bit you must have understood what this state is. It is not just an hour thing. The practices which we have followed throughout our day. The one thing for this workshop, one homework throughout the day which we all have to maintain to attain that better state. That doing any action is easy for all of us. But having the yogic attitude in every action is the most important. So whenever we do anything, we must first surrender to the divine that yes, I am performing this particular action, but I am not the one who is connected to it. I don't want to connect because I don't want the rebirth. I want to get out of this entire sequence of the death and birth cycle. So coming out of this is the ultimate motive. For that I should not connect all the time with this karmic state. We have to come out from that. For that I want to surrender before I perform any duty. So we always chant mantra while having the food. We always chant the mantra when we are even starting with any classes. Anything when we are doing, we are always remembering the divine because we want to surrender him first. We don't want to get into the attachment state. That is the very important thing. So throughout the day, when you are observing yourself, I must tell, just experience how you are in your inside. So there is a manasa, vacha and karmana, what Veda says, all the three things should be same. Whatever we are thinking, that same thing should come into your speech. And same thing should come into your action as well. If there is no collaboration, no correlation, no connectivity, not the same thing into these three areas, then we are now spiritual. We are not eligible even to sit with the Supreme Being. So we must observe today's homework that if somebody is coming in the front of me, I may not like that person. Okay, I can just stay in the normal and neutral state. For example, we We may meet entire day with those kind of ones. But having that negative feeling inside is not the right state. Oh my God, why this fellow has come to me? Oh, I never expected this person in this workshop. Why this fellow has come? Why this Renova Karsu sir, he has invited this fellow also to me. I never liked this one. Observe. Why I am creating this negative thought inside in me? Is this correct? Is this the way I should lead for my spiritual life? Is this a purpose for I have come for this workshop? Or how we observe, is this a way to be here in this VVK, Vedic Vidya Kendram? So what is that purpose? The goal is very high. All of us have a very big goal. But are we following the path, the right path to reach faster to that goal? No, because we are not observing ourselves. So let's start observing our thoughts, our speech and actions, and it should be same in all of us. Can we do that? So today's homework is let's observe ourselves. Try to maintain more silence, spend some more time with yourself. There are the classes. Just listen and do a lot of introspection. And these 2 days should be most fruitful for all of you. I again welcome you all to this VVK, first time here. And I'll just invite Puducherry also to welcome formally, as he is the Sanrakshak of the Vedic Vidya Kendra. Om Namaste Ji.
ओम नमस्ते टू एवरीवन। आप सभी का स्वागत है। ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಲ್ವರವು please treat, I hope those who have come last night have had a good sleep, and I'll keep it short because we are running short on time. I would welcome all of you who have come for the 2-day seminar on understanding Vedic Dharma when we meet at 9:30. Right now I just request Sir to please let know what the further program is. आचार्य शैलेंद्र जी का भी स्वागत है। आपका परिचय हम लोगों ने कल सबके सामने किया था। Today Acharya Shailendra ji has joined us, so we welcome Acharya ji as well. We will have a formal introduction session later on for all the key people in the campus, but right now I request Tirunau Karsuji to let know the next program.
நன்றி. அன்பானவர்களே, அன்பால் இணைந்த அன்பர்களே, இன்றைய நிகழ்ச்சியினரில் உள்ள அனைவரையும் எங்களுக்கு அழைப்பை ஏற்று இங்கு வந்து சிறப்பிக்க வந்திருக்க உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வரவேற்கின்றோம். இன்றைய நிகழ்ச்சி நிரலில் ஒரு சிறு மாற்றம். அடுத்ததாக நிகழ உள்ள வரவேற்புரை காலை உணவுக்கு பிறகு நிகழும். நேற்று இரவு சற்று தாமதமாக, சிலர் பயணத்தின் காரணமாக தாமதமாக வந்திருப்பீர்கள். எல்லோருக்கும் எல்லா வசதிகளையும் எந்தவிதமான அசௌகரியமும் இல்லாமல் வழங்க வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் எங்களுடைய விருப்பம். இருந்தாலும் வேறு சில நிகழ்ச்சிகளும் தொடர்ந்து கூடவே நடப்பதால் சில அசௌகரியங்கள் நிகழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றன. அதற்காக வருந்து கொண்டோம். முடிந்தவரையில் உங்களுக்கு வசதிகள் அளிக்கிறதுக்கு நாங்கள் முயற்சி செய்கின்றோம். இப்பொழுது காலை உணவை முடித்து மறுபடியும் இங்கேயே வந்து ஒன்று கூடுவோம். எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். காலை உணவை முடித்து இங்கே சேர்வோம்.
We'll do the Shanti part now.
இப்பொழுது அமைதி வேண்டல், எல்லோரும் அமைதி, மனசிலும் அமைதி வர வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக சாந்தி பாட் என்று சொல்லப்படும் இந்த அமைதி வேண்டல் ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் சொல்வார்கள். கண்ணை மூடி எல்லோரும் வேண்டிக் கொண்டு அது முடிந்த பிறகு காலை உணவுக்கு செல்வோம்.
पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिः ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।